Imagine this. You just landed in Japan, rented a car, and within seconds, you're on the wrong side of the road. Panic sets in. But here's what most people don't realize. Nearly 2 billion people drive on the left side of the world, while 4 billion drive on the right. It's not chaos, it's by design. This is RoadXFactor. Every road has a story, we drive straight into it. Today, we're decoding one of the most divisive traffic rules on the planet. Which side of the road do you really belong on? Let's rewind 800 years. In medieval Europe, knights on horseback rode on the left side of the road. Why? Because they kept their sword in the right hand closer to the center, ready for combat with oncoming riders. It was survival. Fast forward to the 1700s. France, under Napoleon, said no, we're switching to the right. And when Napoleon conquered Europe, he forced right-hand driving on every country he occupied. Britain, the stubborn island nation, refused. They kept left. And when Britain built its empire, they exported left-hand driving to India, Australia, Japan, and dozens of colonies. Meanwhile, the United States, independent from British rule, chose the right side. And when America industrialized and mass-produced cars, guess who else went right? Germany, Italy, Sweden. By the 20th century, the map was drawn. Not by logic, by history. Here's where it gets fascinating. Today, 163 countries drive on the right. Only 76 countries drive on the left. Left-hand drivers? UK, Ireland, Japan, India, Thailand, South Africa, Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, mostly former British colonies, or countries with their own traditions. Right-hand drivers? USA, Canada, Mexico, France, Germany, Spain, Italy, China, Brazil, Russia, basically. The post-industrial superpowers. But here's what blows people's minds. Some countries switched. Sweden flipped from left to right in 1967 in a single day. Overnight, millions of cars changed sides. Iceland did it in 1968. Thailand never did their left-hand holdouts in Southeast Asia. Why? Economics, geopolitics, trade. You can't be friends with both camps forever. So, you think the difference is just the steering wheel position? Wrong. Left-hand and right-hand driving fundamentally changes everything about a vehicle. The steering wheel obvious, right? But here's the thing. Placing it on the opposite side affects weight distribution, center of gravity, even aerodynamics. Visibility. Left-hand drivers have a different sightline when turning. They see the road differently. Right-hand drivers have a different blind spot. After decades, our brains are wired to these differences. The shifter, pedals, and controls all mirrored. A Japanese car exported to the UK isn't just a quick steering swap, it's a full rebuild. Road infrastructure. Traffic lights, road signs, lane markings, they're positioned to favor the dominant driving side. In the UK, the road narrows on the right. In the USA, it narrows on the left. Intersections. Yield priorities, turning angles, sightlines all engineered for one side. Take a UK roundabout and try to apply it in America? Chaos. Highway ramps and merges. Engineers assume drivers are watching the road on one side. Flipping that assumption breaks the whole system. So which side is actually better? Let's break it down. Left-hand driving. Advantages. The driver sits closer to the curb, making parking easier. You can see the edge. Better visibility when turning into oncoming traffic, you're positioned forward. Historically, safer in medieval combat scenarios, though, not relevant now. In roundabout-heavy countries like the UK, the positioning favors left-handers. Disadvantages. Harder to see oncoming cars in head-on collision scenarios. Passenger-side visibility is compromised in left-lane countries. When you cross into a right-hand country, your brain breaks for the first hour. Manufacturing is more expensive if you want to export cars to right-hand markets. Right-hand driving. Advantages. Better visibility of oncoming traffic in head-on situations. You're on the side facing them. Easier to see pedestrians and cyclists on the right side of the road. More countries use it, so cars are cheaper, mass production. Studies show marginally fewer head-on collisions in right-hand countries. The driver sits closer to the center lane, making lane changes safer. Disadvantages. Harder to see the curb when parking. You're sitting farther away. If you drive a right-hand car as a passenger, You can't see the road. Toll booth interactions are awkward. Toll collector is on your left, far away. Switching from a left-hand country? Your muscle memory is against you. The truth. Neither is objectively better, but safety statistics show a slight edge to right-hand countries. About 10% fewer fatal crashes. Why? Possibly because more modern cars, better infrastructure, and stricter enforcement exist in right-hand countries. Or maybe it's just the numbers game. 4 billion right-hand drivers means more data, more optimization. But India, a left-hand driving country, has lower fatality rates than America in some regions. So it's not about the side, it's about the system. Knowing which side to drive on is one thing, but understanding where each rule applies, that's survival. In Europe. Mix. Left in the UK, Ireland, Cyprus, right everywhere else. If you're driving from France to the UK, you cross the English Channel and flip. Your brain has about 30 seconds to adjust. In Asia, total chaos map. Left in Japan, Thailand, India, Malaysia, Singapore. Right in China, Vietnam, South Korea. You could drive 6 hours from right-hand Thailand into left-hand Malaysia. In the Americas, unified. Everything is right-hand. USA to Canada to Mexico, you're safe. In Africa, split. Left in South Africa, Kenya, Botswana, British legacy. Right in Egypt, Morocco, Nigeria. Border crossings, nightmare. The danger zones? Rental car countries. New Zealand tourists renting in California. American tourists renting in London. Within the first 5 minutes, there's a 40% higher accident rate. Why? Your instincts are wired wrong. Your hands reach for the wheel that isn't there. Your foot finds the brake a second too late. Countries like Iceland, Sweden, and Czechoslovakia who switched sides had coordinated transition campaigns, public education, enforced practice periods, signs everywhere saying, "You're now on the other side." Modern solution? Rental agencies now offer 30-minute acclimation drives in empty parking lots. Smart! Here's where it gets data-driven. The World Health Organization studied 165 countries. Surprising findings. Right-hand countries average 12.5 fatalities per 100,000 vehicles. Left-hand countries average 13.2 fatalities per 100,000 vehicles. That 0.7 difference is statistically insignificant. So why do people think one is safer? Because it's not about the side. It's about infrastructure quality, vehicle safety standards, driver training and enforcement, speed limits and road design, economic development. A left-hand driver in Japan, modern cars, strict laws is safer than a right-hand driver in a developing country with no seatbelts. But here's the kicker. When left-hand countries adopted right-hand driving, like Sweden in 1967, fatality rates temporarily spiked by 30%. Why? Because muscle memory and instincts are more important than the side of the road. After 2 years, rates normalized. The switch wasn't safer, it was just different. Here's the plot twist. Autonomous vehicles don't care which side you drive on. An AI-powered car will be programmed for both sides. But as electric vehicles take over and countries mandate automation, the question becomes, will we standardize? Some experts think right-hand will win. It's already used by 70% of the world's population. But others argue left-hand countries have no reason to switch. The real answer? Neither side is dying. Because changing a nation's driving side isn't just engineering. It's culture. It's identity. And that, unlike roads, doesn't standardize easily. Whether you drive left, right, or dream of driving on both, tell us your story. What's the most dangerous side-switching experience you've had? What country's driving rules surprise you the most? If this video took you somewhere new, drop your thoughts in the comments. Share it with someone who loves the journey. Subscribe so you never miss a mile. And ring that bell, because on RoadXFactor, the next video is always just around the corner.